Is it love? Is it love? Baby, be mine. Is it love? Is it complicated? I should've never waited.
My name is Makaza Sikazwe.
My name is Deborah Sikazwe.
It's been a long journey. The time I came in Saka, that was 2000 year? Yeah, 2000, right?
Year 2000.
Year 2000. Then I decided to get married. After staying with my guys for a very long time, I'm sure you know, we came with God's Vessel in Osaka to do an album. It was just to do an album, then we go back to Copper Belt. But in the process, Tuaika did it. And along the way, we decided, I think I needed to get married. So I looked around within Osaka. I couldn't find anybody who's matching what I wanted. So I decided I need to go back home. That is Copper Belt. That was I think 2006. That's when I decided to go back to the Copper Belt, that is Chingola. Traveled there in Chingola with my friend Paul, my friend Paul.
It's even late now.
It's even late now, yeah, he's gone. He's going to be with the Lord. So he's the one who took me. We went around the shops. We were trying to buy something. Then I met her. At that time, she was working for a certain company. What company is it?
Oh, budget stores.
Budget stores, yeah, budget stores. That's where she was working. So we went there, we were trying to buy something. Then I told my friend, look, you know, me, I'm here. I told you that I'm looking for somebody to marry. I've looked around in Osaka, I couldn't find anybody. So that's why I'm back home to see if I can find somebody to marry. So, you know, my friend said, let's go to budget stores. So we went into budget stores. That's why there were a lot of ladies there. A lot of ladies. So we went there to buy something as well as watching. Like the Bible says, watch and pray. So we went there. There's this lady whom I liked, not her, someone else. I even made an appointment. You know, I want to see you, blah, 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 you know, as men. So when we're coming outside, then I met her. And my brother, my friend introduced me to her. Just the first time I saw her, I knew that she's the one for me. I knew she's the one for me. And you know, I'd already made an appointment with another lady. So when I met her, I knew that she's the one for me. I even told my friend, Mwana, uraumbi thinking mwebati tukamwana limbi. Tukamwana limbi ura first uralole ireko first. First in dande kuno. But because I knew that there's something, you know, when you meet someone who was meant for you, even your heart rejoices. It's like yeah. So that's how I made an appointment with her. The same day, in the afternoon, that I want to see you. The moment when you knock off from work, we need to meet. So that's how we met. We walked. I can't remember how many kilometers we walked. And we couldn't even get tired. We were just walking. We walked almost, how many kilometers?
Yeah, it was quite
almost
long
10
walk.
kilometers. We walked, walking again. We went back, just talking. That's how I met her, and I knew that this is the love of my life. Very beautiful lady. That time she wasn't very beautiful like this.
I was young and beautiful. Right?
Yeah.
Right now I've grown, so.
Yeah, she was beautiful anyway.
Like he has said, I was working for budget stores in Chingola. So he came with his friend. His friend was also my friend. So when they came, I don't know what happened. The time they were making other appointments, I didn't know. I just saw him, and of course I had to talk to the friend, who is my friend as well. So as we were talking, because way back, we were going to the same church in Flira. So he was even going to the same, he was in the same, I don't know, you were in the same grade with my elder sister.
Yeah. And
Yes.
that's a part I even forgot.
Yes.
Yeah, we were in the same intake with the elder sister, and actually she was part of the group which I had formed. That was
The singing group.
The singing group, yes, at school. So I just knew this, the elder sister. I didn't know her. So the time my friend.
Let me finish. I started first. You
Okay,
come in
okay,
again if
finish.
you want. Okay, so when I met him, I thought he was looking, he asked me for the number. So I said, I gave him my sister's number since you were together, like they knew each other with my sister, but not me. So I thought maybe he was asking about my sister. That's how I wanted to give him my sister's number. And he said, your number. So I just gave him my number. I continued what I was doing. Then I received a text to say, I'll come and see you in the afternoon when you knock off from work. That's how we knocked off. He came home. Then we went. That's the part he was talking about, where we walked a very, very long distance, just chatting and talking, until we reached about a few meters from home. Then he told me to say, I want you to be my girlfriend. So, you want me to be your girlfriend? You are coming from Lusaka, I'm here. I don't trust long distance relationships. So that's how he convinced me to say, no, I'll be coming, like every week I'll be coming, every weekend I'll be coming to see you. So that's how I agreed to say, okay, let's give it a try. And that's how we met actually. When we met, when he started like coming, he visited me sometime, then he told me to come to Lusaka so that he can introduce me to his family. Then, I traveled. I traveled to Lusaka. Then when I reached, he was staying home with his younger sister. So I went there. That's from there, because he had already arranged to say, there's a person coming home I'm dating. Me, I didn't know that he's ready to propose. I just came to see him, and just to see him, he just told me, come and see, come here, you need to travel and know where I'm coming from. So that's how I traveled. So when I traveled, I went to know his place. That's how he knelt down to propose and asked me to marry him.
It was a beautiful moment. It was so beautiful, because me from the start, from the word go, I was very much ready to get married, to marry, and that's why I went back to the copper belt to find somebody whom I can marry. So the moment I knew my mission, the moment I met her, I knew that this would be my wife, and I didn't even take time. Why? If you're kokola, you don't like her. I didn't even take time. The moment I saw her, I said, this is my wife. I started now calling my family members. I started telling them about her. I told them. So the time I invited her, the time she was coming to Lusaka, most of my family members, they knew that Makaza is about to marry. If he's found a
But then me, I didn't even know.
You didn't know. You didn't know anything. He's found a beautiful wife. Yeah. So the moment I came back from Copper Belt, I told my dad, I told everyone, members of my family, I told them that I think I found a wife whom I'm going to marry, and I'm serious about it, because me, when I'm focused to something, I make sure that it happens, and here we are.
wasn't quite easy. I wanted to buy a dress, but then the resources could not allow. So I just decided to hire one, but it wasn't easy. But at last I found something that I liked, that I loved, and it fitted me then because I was still, like I was a bit fat. But the time of my wedding, again, it became a bit big because I had lost weight, because I don't know if it's wedding pressure and all those things. So on the wedding, on near the wedding day, again, it was a big on me. So it was a challenge.
It's you know, wedding issues are so hectic, so hectic. So many issues came forth, running up and down, whereby people you thought they're going to help, at the end of the day, they never helped. You know, that's why sometimes I even tell people, my friends, that, you know, these people like pledging that they're going to do this and this and this. Don't really count on them. They do disappoint, actually. Yeah, not all of them. Some of them they fulfill. But if we didn't prepare ourselves, if we didn't prepare ourselves, we would have been very so disappointed. So at least we had to prepare something. But at the end of the day, most of the people disappointed us. They didn't fulfill what they promised, what they pledged. Some people they didn't come. How can I put it, to help in terms of helping. So we had few people to help, but at the end of the day, the actual day, a lot of people came. Even those who pledged, they didn't even pledge, they came. So we had a lot of people. Where we had the wedding reception, it was packed. It was full. It was full. Yeah, but you know the pressures which comes when you prepare in terms of preparation and those things. Too much pressure. But after wedding,
So apart from that, there's a positive part which made me like laugh and remember when my friends from work, because I was leaving Chingola, meaning I was leaving work. So my friend bought me a very big pot as a present. You should be cooking shima for us in this pot when we come to visit you. So it made my moment light at that time. Yeah. I don't know, I was excited at some point. I don't know, I just cried.
she was emotional. Very emotional. Busy crying in church, she was crying. At the wedding, the reception, also there, she was very emotional. I don't know why. Why were you emotional?
I don't really know. I don't know if it's the feeling of leaving my family, like coming here. My family, all of them were in the Copper Belt. So the feeling of just leaving them, I don't know. I don't really know, but it just happened. I started crying. Maybe I was young.
Yeah, maybe you were young. But not that what happened. This feel sticker. For me, it was a joyful moment. I was very happy because that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. And the woman, before ngatala kwa tomwana kashi. Kula vision, wakata kutuma vision walota kosha nchani fida. Then I found that the woman I proposed love to, almost exactly the vision which I've been having. So for me, I was so happy. I was so happy. I really felt fast, yeah.
16 years now.
Yeah,
we're clocking 16.
Mm-hmm. Jesus. Jesus. It's not easy to keep love or to keep relationship without Jesus. We've been through thick and thin, but with the hope, holding on to Christ, it has really helped us. It has really helped us. Jesus has been the center of our marriage, and of course also children. Yeah. We have about 6 children. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, firstborn boy, secondborn boy, thirdborn
girl,
and fourth girl as well.
Twins.
Then
actually.
the last twins. Twins, boy and
Yes.
girl.
It's not been easy with us and the twins. The time I conceived the twins, I had already given up on like parenting, on having children. But I don't know, there's somewhere it happened, and I conceived the twins. I gave birth. They were 10. But then one twin was had a heart problem. So like it has not been easy. We had to fly him to India for an open heart surgery. But by God's grace, everything went well. The operation was okay, though the problem was very complicated. It was very complicated, but because of God's grace, God's mercy, He saw us through. And with the help of other people, believers, praying, our dad in the Lord, our parents, they all supported us until we saw our baby have a successful surgery from India. We came back, and the baby now is fine.
Yeah, of course, we were praying together. Actually, you know, the time we discovered, when he was, how many months?
5.
When he was 5 months. That's when we discovered. My wife started even praying and fasting. At that time, I didn't study as well. I didn't start, but she started. From the time we discovered that he's got a heart problem, heart issues, she started praying and fasting. And then I joined her. I've never fasted in my life the way I fasted that long. It was so long, almost 8
We started
months.
fasting, and like I started fasting from the time they told me that the baby wasn't okay until the operation was successful. That's when and then I was just told, Apanomba, you can stop because the baby now is fine, because I just wanted to, until recovery. But then by God's grace, I just had to stop because there was already breakthrough.
Actually,
Yeah.
it was a beautiful, should I say, experience in terms of prayers, because we are so close to God. Anything we're doing, anywhere we're going, we're just in the mood of prayer.
And we were one. We were
And we are one, we are
united. We
united.
were in agreement because we knew the moment that we give, like we become, we separate, or we become, we lose our unity. It's going to affect the child because the situation was very serious. So we were one. We were in agreement. Whatever we are doing, even if you feel like this is not, but we just had to give it a chance because we never wanted to give the enemy any loophole.
Any loophole, yeah.
So
It was a very serious situation. We would have lost our baby if we are not praying. If our Lord Jesus Christ did not come through this situation, we would have lost our baby. That's why we didn't want to lose focus. We are praying day in, day out, praying and fasting. Even other people joined us. They were also praying and fasting for us. It was a critical situation. He had almost 3 major issues.
yeah.
Yeah. She's a woman of God. I appreciate her in so many things. That's why up to now I'm still with her. You know, she's a wonderful woman, a woman of God. She loves God so much. The number one thing, you know, she's so close to Christ. She loves God very much, and she takes good care of my children. She's a mother to my children and to me as well. And for that, she's a wonderful woman. She's a wonderful woman.
He's a wonderful man as well. He's a good man. He's tolerant and very patient with me. You know, sometimes as women, we tend to, like, when you're emotional, you talk, you do what. But he's just patient with me and very tolerant about everything about me. So I love him for that and a lot more.
Yeah, of course. You know, through the journey, you know, we go through a lot. It's not like when you get married, everything is honeymoon, everything is okay, everything is right. No. There are moments whereby you quarrel, you get out of the way and all those things. And there was this moment whereby I felt, is this did I choose properly? Did I choose properly? Or is this a woman for me or what? Because of the situation we went through and all those things. You know, when you're so as you are growing up, as you are knowing each other, there are those moments whereby
you begin to doubt.
You begin to doubt because of the situation you go through and those things, the difficult stuff and all those things. You begin to doubt, is this God? But we go through all those things so that we can learn one or two things. We can know each other very well. And through that, at least we are where we are now. At least I know her very well. Yeah, I can simply say we've known each other now. But yeah, we're still knowing each other. We're still knowing, eh? Or we've known each other well.
We haven't reached.
We haven't reached. We're still knowing.
Telling me nice things like he loves me, caring, cares for me, all those nice things that a woman wants to hear. Yeah.
Just beautiful thing. Just to tell me nice things, you know. Like the way she said.
Like
how much you love me, how much you think of me, you know. And just our support in everything, anyway.
I, for one, have learned mostly not to, that not everyone is happy about you being married to this man. Not everyone is happy. So the people that, when you have a problem or something, I always run to God. I don't go to seek help from people. And God always comes through for me. God always comes through for us. So we've learned to just trust each other and just to talk out issues than sharing them out.
Yeah, I've learned a lot. I think tolerance, to be tolerant and self-control. Because if I don't tolerate some of the issues or some of the things, we wouldn't have been together. So many things we go through in marriage and all those things. Now, if you don't have that, as a man, if you don't tolerate some of the issues, it can be a marriage. You know, it can come out of the marriage. But through that, I've seen that we are still together, and the love is still growing, and the love is still there.
Well, our encouragement to such a couple is never to give up, especially never to give up on God, because God is the one who created that child, and God did not create that child to die. That's how I held on to God, in believing that God gave me this child. He didn't give me this child to bring sorrow, but to bring joy. So to that person who might be listening to us, that couple, I would just encourage you to hold on to God and just continue holding that child, praying for the child until you see a breakthrough. God is there. I am a testimony. My baby is a testimony, because at some point I was told that my baby would not live. But because I believed in a God who even raises the dry bones, brings back the dry bones to life, that's how I said, God, even if this child doesn't have a heart, he will still survive, because you are the God who raises even dry bones, you bring them to life. Putting everything, flesh, putting the heart, putting everything. What is just a heart for you? This child is going to be fine. So I just want to encourage you, hold on to God. Don't stop praying. Stay close to each other. Close your eyes from negativity. Close your ears and eyes from negativity. And just look up to God and hold each other.
Yeah, it's only Christ. The Bible says Christ is the way, the truth, and life. If you don't put Christ in whatever you're doing, then whatever you do will not go anywhere. It will not last. We depended on God in everything we're doing. We knew that God will come through for us, because He has never failed us before. all the time when we call unto him, he always comes through for us. He's been always helping us from the childhood, from the time we were born. Even before we were born in our mother's womb, he knew about us. So we trusted God. We put God first in everything we do and everything we're doing. We knew that Christ will come through for us. We never lost hope. And we encourage also those people out there. When you have a situation in your house, or for example, maybe your child is sick or all those things, put your trust in God. Put your trust in Jesus. Don't go to Vashinganga. Look unto God. Pray to God. Call your wife or your husband. Sit together. Pray together. Pray with that child. Introduce Christ in your children. Let your children grow with Christ. Let your children grow with Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, if you introduce Christ in your children, that's the best way you can raise your child to know Christ, not any other things. Like the way it's happening now, in this world, there are so many things happening. Children are being raised by social media, by TV and all those things. Raise your children in the fear of the Lord. Let your children know Christ from deep down their heart, so that when they grow up, they'll never depart away from all your teachings, all the good lessons you give your children. So that's what I can say and tell you encourage other people. My name is Makaza Sikazwe.
My name is Deborah Sikazwe.
This is how we met.
Is it